to, and that is the unstoppable, the group which is unstoppable. Please hear out their traits. These are the people who set big goals. They set big goals. Secondly, they take consistent steps. They take massive action on a daily basis. They are intentional. They are not only wishing to be better, but they are putting in the work. They are reaching out to the right people to help them to hold their hands so that they can cross to the other side. Are we together? Then they work extra hours and they work smart. Working smart, it means that they plan, they draw goals, they assess their performance, and when they win, they reward themselves. These people have mentors. So I think you can map out yourself. If you're not yet here, you know what to do. Excuse me. The unstoppable people, they have mentors. They have people holding their hands. They know that I need so and so because he's already there where I need to go. They have mentors, and they are very intentional with their relationships with their mentors. Another thing, they embrace personal growth and development. Please clap for yourselves. Every person who is on this call, clap for yourself, because at least I see you are already on the journey of the unstoppables, because you're embracing personal growth. The mere fact that everyone is rushing home, people are doing so many things during this hour, for you, you've decided to be on this call so that you can get more nuggets. Please continue embracing personal growth. That is a trait of the unstoppables. People who don't learn, basically, they are already dead, because this world is running at a terrific speed. They're not upgrading their software. Yes, another thing, these people are very purposeful in each and everything that they do. For example, when you invite them for a party, they're asking, what is that party all about? How should we put on? At what time is it starting? Are we going to end at this time or not? They are very intentional. They are not time wasters. They know what to do at what time, and they really execute what they have to execute. Those people, they interact with like-minded people. They don't just interact with everyone. In most cases, you cannot find a person who is unstoppable hanging around people who are losers, hanging around people who are in their comfort zone, hanging around mediocres. No. They know that I have to hang out with people who are unstoppable, those people who are in my league or who are above me. Okay, you may be below them, but when you have their mindset already, they can really embrace you, and they can also hold your hand. Are we together? Those people are highly productive. A person who is highly productive, they set goals, they block their time, and they produce results. They don't have excuses. No. They produce results. And when you give them a task, they can really give you results, and more than the results that you expected. Those people hang out with leaders. They don't hang out with failures. No. You will never find a person who is unstoppable hanging out with people who are in their bottom angles or in their bottom line or in their middle. No. They hang out with people who are on top. Then another thing, they attend seminars, they attend conferences, and that is personal growth. They start their own businesses. Yes, these people start their own businesses, but in most cases, they start the businesses after getting the right mentorship, after doing the due diligence. They know where to invest their money. They don't just invest their money for, no. Then another thing, they believe in abundance. They believe that there are great opportunities, there is money, money is there, and they wish others well. You don't find them pushing others that they will be successful in the process of pushing others aside. No, they wish well for others. Basically, these people, they love to help others to grow with others. They don't want to grow alone. No. These people want to celebrate them as others are also celebrated. Yes, another thing, these people believe that value has to be added to them. We have to add value to ourselves in order to be unstoppable. Because the moment you add value to yourself, you're going to attract money. People who have value, they attract money. Let's take an example of a surgeon. A surgeon, money is just coming to the surgeon. Others, we are just chasing money, but a surgeon, they just hunt for him. Where is he? Have you seen him? I'm calling him, he's not picking, because he has value. So if you want to be, if you want to be unstoppable, you need to add value on yourself, and that is the personal growth thing. Which skills would you like to add on yourself? Which skills are you adding on yourself so that you can solve the social problems in your community? Are we together? And these people talk to millionaires and billionaires. They follow billionaires, they talk to billionaires or millionaires, and they really value the knowledge and wisdom which is given to the billionaires and millionaires. These people make money by exchanging their value for money. They exchange value for money, not time for money. The value they give out, that is the money they get. For instance, maybe I'm a makeup artist, and I've really added a lot of skills on my craft. Trust me, people are going to make cues for me. People are going to make lines. People are going to make referrals coming to me because I have the necessary skills, and every person I work on, that is the money I'm getting. I'm not working for hours to get a reward. No. It means that every person I work on, that is the money I get. Let's look at the surgeons. A surgeon might carry out one operation in a day and he marches away with maybe like 10 million. Are we together? So we should strive to add value on ourselves. I may leave that aside because the traits of the unstoppables are quite many. But what are the 3 stages of achieving the stage of being unstoppable? The 3 stages of becoming unstoppable. The first stage is the realization stage. First and foremost, you have to realize that you have a lot of potential inside of you. You have to set the goals and you have to strive to achieve your greatness. Realize that you have a lot of potential in you. Truth of the matter is, God gave each one of us potential, but some of us are reluctant to discover the potential that God deposited in us. You have a lot of potential inside of you. Are we together? Then under the realization stage, again, you have to realize that you have passion. What is your passion? Basically, passion, that is the driving force which pushes you to do something. Some people have passion for makeup, other people have passion for decoration, other people have passion for business, other people have passion for catering for young children, other people have passion for impacting people, other people have passion for counseling. I don't know your passion, but the passion you have, make sure it is productive. Someone can tell me, Allen, I have a passion of watching movies. It might be a passion, yes, but is it adding impact on the lives of others? And I'm going to shift from passion to purpose. Passion, you're doing it for yourself. Yes, you have a driving force which is driving you to do makeup. You have a driving force which is driving you to do decoration. You have a driving force which is driving you to help other people. It turns out to be purpose when you impact the lives of others. So realize your purpose. Realize your purpose that, when I cook for other people and they eat on my meals when they are tasty, that fulfills me. So that is your purpose. So kindly sit down and discover yourself. It takes self-awareness. It takes self-discovery. And this is the first step in our journey of becoming great people. I'm speaking to great people, and believe in yourself that you are a great person. So the first step of becoming a great person is realizing, like I've told you, realizing has discovering your potential, discovering your passion, discovering your purpose. What are those things that you do? And when you do them, people are like, wow, when you did this and this, my life got unstuck. When you did this and this, I was helped. So sit down and discover those things. Make sure that your purpose is solving a social problem in the society. And the moment you solve a social problem in the society, that is money coming into your wallet. So try to discover, which problem can I solve? Pair it with your competence, pair it with your skills, pair it with your abilities, pair it with your passion. Trust me, the sky is not even the limit. So realization is there for you. Another thing, I've talked about it, realize the social problems you can solve using your skills, your competence, your abilities, and your passion. Maybe, let me give this example because it's really bothering so many people. So many people are looking for, let me call them domestic home managers. Many people are looking for home managers who are competent, who are trustworthy, who are good at nurturing children. What if you have that skill of training people, training them in doing house chores, training them to be honest home managers, training them to be good managers in people's houses? Don't you think you're going to make a lot of money? Now I'm giving you what? I'm cheating for you exams. So there are a lot of opportunities, but it seems some of us, we've not sat down in solitude to discover and to realize that there are opportunities out there. So there are opportunities out there. You just need to sit and realize, go into yourself, discover yourself, be self-aware. Then another thing, under the realization stage, realize that you need other people when you're executing your goals. You cannot achieve your goals alone. You can't. The goal which you achieve alone, then that is a small goal. For example, I can achieve alone the goal of walking like 10 kilometers. I can achieve it alone. But I can't achieve a goal of walking 1,000 kilometers. So that means that I need to get someone to give me company so that I can walk a long distance, so that that person holds me accountable, so that that person asks me those uncomfortable, honest questions. So any goal which you're going to achieve alone, that is a small goal. It is not shaking mountains. It is not shaking the foundations of this world. Excuse me. Yes. So that is realization for you. Then we go to a second stage of becoming a successful person. You have to go into the transitional stage. After realizing your potential, after discovering your passion, your purpose, after discovering the social problems that you're going to solve, when you're pairing them with your competence, skills, and abilities. So we go to the transitional. Like you hear the word transitional. So you have to get the vehicles. You have to get the vehicles which are going to take you into that person you've seen. So what are those? What are the vehicles? You have to set goals. And the goals are not going to just be goals. They are going to be smarter. They are going to be smarter goals. So it is a word which is abbreviated. But when I'm to break it down, the goals that you have to set, they have to be specific. Don't just say that I want to be rich one day. No. Say, I want to earn X amount of money every month for X amount of years. Are we together? So set specific goals. Otherwise, if your goal is vague, it is not going to give you the morale to chase. It will be like something which is just amorphous and it is not in shape. So set specific goals. The M, set measurable goals. Don't just set a goal which is vague. Attach figures to your goals. For example, you may say that in 2030, I want to have acquired land like 5 acres in Zimbabwe, and I need X amount of money to achieve this goal. So how am I going to achieve it? There you come in with an action plan. You break your big goal into small biteable pieces. If the land is going to cost you like 50M, you have 5 years, between 2025 to 2030. So if you're going to need 50 million, break the 50 million into years, into months, into quarters, into months, and into weeks. If possible, if you're a daily income earner, break the goal into daily goals, as in break it into days, so that you know that every day I have to save maybe X amount of money. You can do the math and see if you need like 50 million to buy land in Zimbabwe of maybe like 7 acres, how much am I going to save on a daily basis? So that is the measurable bit of the goal. Then another thing, make sure that your goal is attainable. Your goal is achievable. Make sure that you're setting a goal and it is in your potential, your current potential, maybe in terms of money, in terms of time. I can't say that I want to buy a car worth 100 million next month when I'm earning like 2 million every month. So it is not going to be attainable given the time and the resources that I have. Make sure that if you need a car of 100 million, give yourself the right time of achieving that goal. Ask yourself, do I have the right resources for me to attain this goal? Otherwise, if you don't look into those nitty-gritties, you're going to be frustrated and you'll break down and you'll be like, these things of setting goals, they're like crap. They are not crap. It's you who is not having the right systems. It's you who is not doing it right. Are we together? Then R, make sure your goals are relevant. Relevant to what? They have to be relevant to your long-term goals, your vision, and they have to be relevant to your core values. Let me say, assuming I'm a Muslim lady, I don't have to think of a business of starting a bar or a guest house or a lodge. That is against my faith, so it's not going to serve me. Oh, let me say, I'm a married woman, and I'm thinking of traveling to UK for 5 years for my PhD. Then how am I going to keep up with my children and my husband? Are we together? So make sure the goal you're setting, it's in alignment with your long-term goals, your vision, and your core values. Are we together? Then the T is the time bound. Make sure the goal that you're setting, it has time limit. Otherwise, a goal which has no time limit, you may chase it forever. Have you seen people who have built houses for centuries? The house, you found it in a particular village like 10 years back. Up to now, it is still on the same level. Those people are lacking a goal. They don't have a roadmap. So they just need someone to help them, to hold them accountable, to ask them the uncomfortable, honest questions. Then we go to the E. E is the evaluation. Whenever we set goals, we have to evaluate them on a regular basis. Make sure you evaluate your goals. For example, if you say that you have to save like 50K every week in regard to your land, which you're going to buy in Zimbabwe in 2030. This week, how have you performed? How many times have you saved? Why did you skip saving on Tuesday? As in, ask yourself those questions. Be your own coach. Are we together? Evaluation. Then we go to ARA. We go to our ARA. Revise your goals. Look at your goals every day. That's why we encourage people to have vision boards. When you pin your vision board, maybe in your bedroom or in your bathroom, you're always looking at your goals. And that one is going to give you a platform to revise your goals. You'll be looking at them and you'll be like, how far have I gone with this goal? How far have I gone with this goal? So it's always important to follow that smarter way. And another thing, make sure that you drop the bad habits. Truth of the matter is you cannot achieve goals when you still have the bad habits on board. No. You can't. So assuming I want to achieve a goal of body weight, I want to achieve a goal of having a good shape. I want to have a good physique. But guess what? I eat a lot of junk. I take cold water. I eat late dinner. I don't work out. I take a lot of sugars. Do you think I'm going to achieve the goal? It can't. So every goal that you're setting, please list down the bad habits that you're going to drop and the good habits that you're going to bring on board so that you achieve those goals. Truth of the matter is we need goals because goals are like a roadmap. Failure to have goals, you're not going to make any headway in life. You're going to stay stuck year in, year out. They're asking you what happened to you, even you can't answer. But the truth of the matter is you're seated in your driver's seat and you're not putting in any gears. You're not engaging anything. You're seated in one place. So I've taken a lot of time on goal setting, but let me add more 2 points. Please, as you've drawn those goals, make sure you look at all the aspects of your life. We are not here to grow only in career, in business, or in finances. So many times when we talk about goals, people, their minds run only to businesses, career, and finances. No. When we talk about goals, we look at so many things. Look at all the aspects of your life. Look at your physique, your physical body. Look at your mental and emotional health. You have to feel good and you have to be in the right mindset. As in, you have to understand well. You have to think right. You need to be in your sober mind. Are we together? So pay attention to your emotional and mental health. Pay attention to your relationships. We are not going to get money and then we just be seated on our islands. We don't have people to talk to. We don't have spouses. Our children are just complaining that mom is not giving me time, dad is not giving me time. You're not in dating. You're not in relationships. You're just a single woman. You're just a single guy. No, you need to get someone you eat your money with. And if you're married, then consolidate your relationship as you're chasing the career goals, as you're chasing the business goals, as you're chasing the financial goals. Then look at also your spiritual goals. You're not the one who created yourself. We need to recognize God, that life without God is terrible. So please put God in the equation, because even these goals are not going to achieve themselves. It takes God to achieve everything. Then look at your career. I'm not leaving out career, I'm not leaving out business, I'm not leaving out those things. We call those occupational goals. Trust me, if you're healthy, you have a good support system, you're understanding well, you're feeling well, you're going to chase your career goals. You're going to chase your business goals, and you're going to achieve great financial growth. Are we together? And last thing, but not least, under the umbrella of goal setting, make sure you have a habit tracker. A habit tracker is going to help you trace your progress. Like we said, we are going to look at our massive daily actions, the things that we do every day. Those are the results that we are going to get at the end of the year, at the end of the 5 years, at the end of the 10 years. So make sure you have a habit tracker. Track your progress. I said I'm going to exercise like 20 minutes every day. Today, have I exercised? Yes, you tick. I said I'm going to read 2 pages of a personal growth book. Today, how many pages have I read? I've read like 7. Tick. Yeah? And you compliment yourself. And whenever you achieve something, please try to reward yourself. I see my time is running out, but there's something I've not yet captured. Yes, for the art of goal setting, please allow me stop there and let me go to my last bit. We have to shift from good intentions to good actions. Just wishful thinkers. I wish one day I'm rich. I wish one day I'm in a good marriage. I wish one day I can also achieve those marital goals like people on TikTok show, like people on Instagram show, like people on Facebook show. You're just a wishful thinker. You need to put in the work. You need to be intentional. If you want to be a person who is so intentional, who is so deliberate, you have to be consistent. You have to have resilience. You have to be determined, because truth of the matter is everything worthwhile is uphill. Every good life you want in life, you have to put in the work. Truth of the matter, you cannot climb a staircase when your hands are in the pocket. You put in the work. You have to climb. So get out of the comfort zone, put in the work. So what does it take to shift from good intentions to good actions? First of all, you have to put in the work. Those massive actions steps which we do on a daily basis. Another thing, make sure you start today and now. The victory is in the process. The victory is not in postponing, waiting for the perfect time, waiting for perfect everything. No. The victory is in the process, and the victory is in starting today. Another thing, make sure you're not passive. Make sure you're active. Make sure you have someone who is asking you the uncomfortable, honest questions, and that is the accountability partner. You may have an accountability partner in your career goals. You may have an accountability partner in your area of finances. You may have an accountability partner in your area of relationships, and you may have an accountability partner in other areas. But you cannot achieve these goals alone. No. Then, last but not least, make sure you have that discipline. Or make sure you're consistent. Make sure you're putting in the work on a daily basis. Even if you're crawling, even if you're walking, even if you're running, as long as you're heading in the right direction, you're doing something, my dear. Even if you're saving like a 10K every day, you're in the right direction. And I'm cheering you on. Don't stop. I pray you gain the momentum. I think my time is done. Yes, thank you so much. Allow me to stop here. I'm waiting for your questions. I think let me just give you the closing remarks because we have like 14 minutes to go. But I think I have questions. I do believe. If I don't have questions, then let me give you the closing remarks. Should I go on? Stefan, should I proceed?
I have a question.
Yes, Jackie.
Yeah,
Three questions.
one of the expectations according to the flyer we had was how to become mentally, emotionally, and spiritually strong enough to sustain your goals. The truth is, there are days when you wake up and yeah, you don't need a push. Then there are days when you really need like a serious push. And sometimes not even days, can even be like a season, like a whole season. So you go like for 3 months and you're that low, you're on the low, you know that you're supposed to say wake up, say at 4, do ABCD, meditate, read, exercise. But like for a whole season of like 3-4 months, there's nothing that is happening. So how is one supposed to behave, or what is one supposed to do during such a season? And then also naturally, there are people who, by virtue of birth, the way they were born, what we call the temperaments, there are people who are go-getters. They are self-driven. They are early risers. They know I should be in bed by 9. By 4 a.m. I should be awake. Some even wake up at 3 a.m. to pray. Like people know what to do. While others, I don't want to call them lazy, but we have them. We have them in our families. Some of us are those people. Like to build this kind of strength. Yet, even by the end, when you talk to these people, they also want to be successful. Yeah, they are waking up at 10 a.m., but then they want to be successful. You have to drag them to, set goals. You have to drag them to do ABCD. We have some of these people even as our team members. To answer that question of to become I don't know if that is physical strength or emotional strength. How can you handle such people? What advice do you have for them? Thank you.
Yes, Jackie. Thank you so much for that awesome question. I think let me start from this side, that how can we be ready emotionally, mentally, spiritually, so that we can achieve the new versions of ourselves. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about changing the circles. If you look among your friends, when they're not chasing what you want to chase, kindly change the circles. Another thing, challenge yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you've been in Uganda for the longest time. You've not traveled maybe even to Kenya. You've not traveled maybe to Rwanda or Dubai. Try to travel to those countries and see how people there behave. Or maybe I've taken it very far. Try to go to places which are dope, like Serena. Once in a while, give yourself a treat and give yourself a date, a solo date. Take yourself to Serena and look at those people you want to be like, the way they carry themselves, how they talk, how do they dress, and you try to emulate those people. Then another thing, be very careful with the content you consume, because we are always the product of the things we consume, the things we see, the things we hear, the things we go through. So try to unlearn. I had a lot of content. I'm looking at my notes here. Try to challenge your limiting beliefs. Try to let me say, power the windows, power the old windows, unlearn, try to unlearn most of the things that you grew up seeing. Trust me, you're going to get unstuck. And you've talked about the temperaments. I think, to me, the temperaments, they're like excuses to me, because you can find a sanguine who is not also putting in the work, and you find a melancholy who is putting in the work. So the thing is, just know where you are and where you want to be, and look for strategies of achieving your new version. Are we together? Otherwise, by default, most of us are lazy. By default, we don't want to exercise, we don't want to pray, we don't want to read. But when you look at where you want to be and what it needs you to be there, the vehicle you need to take, you're like, I have to step out of my comfort zone. Whether I like it or not, I have to get out of my comfort zone. Then my last 2 points, know the why. You've set those goals. Write a strong why for every goal that you've written down. The strong why is going to push you. The strong why is going to get you out of bed even at 4 a.m. when others are busy sleeping, adding on blankets on their heads. That strong why is going to get you out of bed. Lastly, but not least, make sure you ask yourself that in case I don't achieve this goal, what are the negative repercussions in future in case I fail to execute the goal? For example, you've said that you have to exercise like 20 minutes every morning before you go to work. But you're busy procrastinating. Guess what? You're putting on weight, and you know that in your family you have diabetes. You're victims of high blood pressure. And if you don't put in the work, 5 years down the road, you may be diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes. Are you ready to nurse diabetes when you could put in the work, when you could be proactive? So whenever I think of the negative repercussions of the goals that I didn't execute, I'm like, hey, wake up. I hold myself accountable before bringing anyone on board. I think I've answered that.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I saw a question here. Oh. How can he help people who have no dreams? If they're really willing to be helped, please sit them down and hold their hands. First of all, first hold their hands by being the example. When you're an example to those people, trust me, you're going to inspire them. If they're really inspired by your actions, they'll reach out to you, because it's really hard to give you my hand or to extend my hand to you when you don't know that you're really suffering. That's why I say that realization is the most important step in being the best version of yourself. Otherwise, some people are okay. You find a person who is too fat, you find a person is not moving anywhere, but they are comfortable. Basically, if you try to caution them or if you try to give them a piece of advice, they're like, what's wrong with this one? So first and foremost, first discover whether they are really concerned with their current state and where they want to go. Otherwise, some people they're okay. If they are really okay with being helped, then give a hand. In fact, mentor, give them the roadmap. If you're somewhere, tell them that this is the route I took and I'm still on the journey, but I would like to grow with you. Are we together? Teach them the idea of setting goals. Teach them the idea of having the morning ritual. I've not talked about the morning ritual. Teach them the idea of having the to-do list, tracking their money, having good relationships, being intentional with other people, things of that kind, if they are willing. But if they are not willing, you no need of wasting your energy, because you'll be like pouring water in a basket. You'll be chasing wind. But if they are willing and they are ready to learn, they are reaching out for your answers, give them a hand. Thank you. How do you pick a mentor? Awesome question. How do you pick a mentor? In most cases, let me first define a mentor before I even go to how do you identify a mentor. A mentor is that person who is up there, and that is your goal, to reach in that position where that person is already in. For example, maybe Mr. Stefan is a great accountant and he gets a lot of deals. People reach out to him, organizations reach out to him. Maybe he's a good accountant, he has auditors, and his company has a good reputation. And I would like to start the same business. Basically, I'm going to reach out to him and I tell him that, would you mind mentoring me? However, to pick a mentor, you have to do a lot of the due diligence. You have to have observed that person for the longest time possible. You have to know, are their core values in alignment with my core values? Probably he's a good accountant, maybe he's a good auditor, but when he's doing some manyanga or some gambling there with the figures, and for you, you're this kind of person who is so staunch in your religion, and you're like, it's not right. So make sure you do a lot of the due diligence. See whether that person's core values are in alignment with your core values. See whether what you would like that person to mentor you in is what you really want. Maybe I need someone to mentor me in marriage. That person has been in marriage for how long? Maybe 10 years. How is her marriage? Is it a thriving marriage, or it's a marriage which is on rocks? And if it is a marriage which is not on rocks, how have they tried to do it? Are we together? And make sure, nowadays we thank God for our era. It is the digital era. Most people who are mentors, they have their content out here. Follow them on their social media handles and see that this person, I would like to reach out to him or her. I would like her to be my mentor. I would like him to be my mentor. But I want to know what they believe in. I want to know what are their core values. Are they in alignment with my core values or not? So go on their social media handles. First, follow them from a distance. When you see that their content works for you, you're in alignment, you reach out. But basically, you should know that a mentor helps you to cut on your losses. A journey which took a mentor to travel for 30 years, for you it is going to, it might even take like 5 years, and you may not even get the bumps on the road, because you have a cushion to fall back on. That person is holding your hand. That person, basically, people are turning mentorship into a business lately. Yes, so be very intentional with your life. You may get mentees along the way. I think that is what I have to offer. And the last thing, ask God to guide you on the right mentor. Ask God to guide you on the right mentor. Yes, God will guide you. You will feel it in your heart that I feel safe with so and so. Are we together? Thank you. I'm in a noisy place, but bear with me. It's okay, my dear.
Thank you very much, Coach Allen.
My Thank you so much to BoraWatu for having me. It's my pleasure.